1997 Buick Riviera, finished in a deep red color. It's not really red, it's more like a cranberry color, almost borderline maroon, and this is the supercharged edition. Filming this right here in Clinton, New York. This car has 61,700 miles on it, of which I've put around 2,000 miles on it. This car's got a great story. I wish I knew the first part of the story, where this car was when it was brand new, because whoever owned this car from new did the most unbelievable job I think I've ever seen of simply keeping a car in pristine, if not borderline, absolutely perfect condition. Now, I've got an affinity with these cars going way back. I can remember 1995 driving around the back roads of Spokane, Washington, and I saw one of these cars. I had no idea what it was, and it took my breath away. So much so that I followed the lady who was driving it into a gas station, and I think she knew I was following her, and she looked concerned. I said, "I just want to know what the hell you're driving," because I thought it was just the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And to this day, I think this design is one of the most gorgeous designs ever made. Now, we're talking a car that's 23 years old when they first started making this thing back in 1995. I think 99, if I remember correctly, was the last year. So it had a fairly short run, this body style. But man, I'm telling you, there's not very many left around. You'll see them for sale for as little as $1,000, but I don't know what happened, but almost every one of these is junk. This car is a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. This is a 10. I don't think I've ever said that. But I am telling you, this car is just incredible. Loaded out. I bought it about a year ago out west, and I bought it just because of the condition and because I love driving these things. So I bought it out west, flew out there, put my dealer plate on it, and just went for a 7-day cruise across the United States. Went to Elvis's house, Graceland, just did everything. And it was a wonderful experience. So I had in the high 50s when I bought this car. Now it is 61,700 miles. So, do my best here to go through and show you everything I can show you on this car. Alright. So let's take a look at the engine. Well, while I'm in here, take a look at the condition here. Shut that thing off! Oh, that's because my lights are on. Take a look at the carpets. Door panels, look at that. It is just absolutely pristine in every way. Non-smoker, obviously. It is spectacular. Most of the cars I buy are spectacular. Some I'll keep for myself, some I'll keep for a couple of years and just have fun with them, then sell them. But anyways, let me go back to my first part of the story when I found that car in Spokane and I pulled a lady over. I fell so deeply in love with this car, I went down to the dealership, found out they were $28,000, brand new, in 95 that is, and I couldn't afford it. So I waited one more year until 1996, and I bought a used one, a black one with tan leather like this. Paid $21,000 for it. Had 31,000 miles on it, and I kept that car for about 2 years. I was in the military at the time, and then I sold it. I put about 50,000 miles in that car, and then I sold it. And after that, I kept buying them. 1, 2, 3. I think I've owned about 8 of these. Just because I love them. I love the way they drive. That front seat is just incredible. And so my love affair with this car started a long time ago, and it'll probably go on forever. I look for perfect ones, and I can say emphatically, without a doubt, this is the most perfect one I've ever owned or seen. I've never seen another one even come close. How about I just shut up for a minute and I will move slowly here and you can see how it looks in the engine compartment. And I've never even cleaned this engine compartment. That's just the way this car is. If I didn't know what the mileage in this car was, I would very, very easily guess it to have under 5,000 miles on it. Doesn't have anything wrong with it. Everything works. Everything works the way it should. I should say. I do accept trades sometimes. I'd like to get a trade for something interesting. So I've been buying and selling cars for, I don't know, 30 years. I love it. It's my hobby. Done it for a long time. Keeps me happy. So let's take a look at the trunk, shall we? I don't know if you can see the reflection in the paint. There's a couple of white specks you'll see here. That's because I got a fire going over there. And it's dumping a little bit of ash in the car. Nice, huh? Anyways, I don't think the trunk has ever been opened. Look at the condition. So my name is Michael Stanton. I own supersportmotors.com right here in Clinton, New York. Clinton, New York, 13323. That has obviously never been out of the car. Original spare and everything. So, the trunk is perfect. The car is perfect. It really is. So again, Michael Stanton, Supersport Motors is the name of my business. Supersportmotors.com is my website. My phone number is 315-853-1967. Please don't text me. I will not text you back. There, you can see my house in the reflection here. And you can see that there's no scratches. I don't think I mentioned this, because I guess it goes without saying sometimes when you've owned a car for some times like this and you forget, but it goes, I should say, again, let me say this another way. The paint is perfect. Absolutely without flaw. It's incredible, truly. There I am. Everything way down low, the rims. Look at that. By the way, in case you don't know this rim that has those spokes only came on the supercharged edition. If you see any of the rims there, it's the edition that is not supercharged. I probably took 100 photos of this car. It'll be on my website. I take a lot of photos for a reason. People have made fun at me through the years. Why do you take so many photos? Well, I take a lot of photos so that people who are truly interested can sit there on their computer and wherever they are, take the time to go through each photo carefully and see if there's something that I may have missed, which I usually don't, when I describe the cars. I want people to feel comfortable with what they're buying. So, I'm located right here in central New York State. I'm 4 hours northwest of Manhattan. I want people, I encourage people, and urge them to please come and look at it in person. If you can't, I understand. I will go through the car in detail with you on the phone if need be. Otherwise, sometimes I get cars like this that are phenomenal, and there's really not a whole lot to tell you. I'm hoping that the photos and the video speak for themselves. If you're looking for one of these cars, you know what I know. There aren't many out there in this kind of condition. First of all, there's not many out there that have low miles on them because they were such a nice car. People drove the hell out of them. If you can find one under $50,000, I'm sorry, 50,000 miles rather, it's a rare thing. As is with this car. But to find one loaded out, supercharged, moonroof, heated seats, the whole thing, in this kind of condition is almost impossible. And that's why I own this car. I've got a lot of cars in my collection, and that's why I sell some cars off once in a while. I can't keep everything, although I would like to. Okay, so again, my name is Michael Stanton. I own supersportmotors.com. I'm the only owner. I make all decisions, which is nice because sometimes somebody might call me up and they want to trade me 10 Yugos for this thing. if you had to consult with a bunch of people, they'd say hell no. But you know what? I might take 10 Yugos on a trade. Who knows? Probably not. But let's hope you get something cool. But it's for